Hello everyone and welcome to this Video Sans Frontier video. My name is Jay Wakefield. Now sometimes I like to rewatch old videos by various YouTubers. I know some people are going to say, hey, this is YouTube stalking. But personally, I don't give a crap, because why else would the videos remain up there? To watch, of course. But anyway, I was watching, I've been rewatching Brandon Bishop's old YouTube videos recently, B Bishop PCM. And I recently watched his video of where he was given an HP PhotoSmart A440 printer, new in box. Well, new in bag. So I thought I would bring you something totally different, yet surprisingly similar. This is a Sagem printer, which is still boxed, but I don't believe for 1 minute it's new old stock. Whereas Brandon Bishop's printer might have had the pretense of being a reasonable printer, had he not had the faults with the cartridge and what have you, this, I don't believe it would be anything to write home about. But if there is a working cartridge in there, which I highly doubt, I'm going to see anyway. And just out of curiosity, you know, if I don't have a working cartridge, when I get some money, I might just get one, just to see what this is like. Because in 2004, they did, well, I don't know why I think that this would be from 2004, but I just have that Winn-Dixie feeling that it could be from 2004. I really don't know what gives me that feeling. I don't know. But 2004 was kind of when our family got its first photo printer. My mum got herself an Epson stylus Photo R300 printer, which printed out good, fantastic even, photographs, as long as there's certain variables in place. It had to be the third Tuesday of the month, it had to be sunny, but it had to have been raining that morning. The wind had to be coming in from the southeast at, I think, 50 degrees declination. I don't know. No, that doesn't make sense at all, but, well, instead of me spouting gibberish for the sake of comedy that people might not even understand, I'll just say this. It was fine when we got the printer in March 2004. However, once we installed Service Pack 2 in September 2004, the printer started printing really, really dark shots. We were able to correct that, you know, me sleuthing. Well, after lots of sleuthing, I managed to correct it. By, you know, doing the ICM profiles and what have you. But what was I trying to say? Yeah, I had to turn off colour management to get it to work. But in the end, it just, I think after all the updates that Windows XP installed, it just totally knocked the printer off. But anyway, this one, a cheap Sagem printer. Very small, unlike the Epson Stylus R300. And Brandon's HP printer kind of reminded me of it. Now, I got this printer in, it could have been late January, early February, or it could have been late January, or it could have been early February. I actually fixed the computer for someone at Action on Disability, someone from the Aberdeen Deaf Group. He was one of my regular customers while I had J. Wakefield computers going. But this time, for fixing his computer, he gave me this printer. And I've not had it out. And I thought, and watching Brandon's video, it just kind of sparked my curiosity. So what we're going to do is we're going to unpackage this printer. I'm going to connect it up to the Dell Dimension 4600, and we'll see what happens. So, first off, we have a manual. So let's have a wee look. So, I don't understand. Change the ribbon? Really? It uses a ribbon? Surely that's not right. Why would a printer in 2004 be using a ribbon? Anyway, let's have a look at what else we've got. We've got a driver CD, which is nice. We have a quick start guide, actually. A plug and print. It's all in pictures, so we've got to power on. And then I've got to cross out my SIM card. Apparently, why have I got to cross out my SIM card? I just don't understand. And then I've got to put my SIM card on a clear sheet of paper. Oh, what? I've got, it says I've got to take my SIM card out of the actual card it comes on. I already did that, and it's in my phone. But now I've got to put it in my printer. In fact, I've got to eject 2 SIM cards from my printer. Why have I got to do that? Where did I get the second SIM card from? And then I've got to put the and then I've got to throw it in the bin. I've got to throw it in the recycle bin. Okay, so by the end of this, I will be paying for a mobile phone contract that I'm not using. So there will be obviously a cut-off in this video because I use my phone to actually sort it, to actually record. There is going to be a cut-off while I eject my SIM card out of my phone and throw it in the bin. And then once again I've got to take, and then I've got to insert 2 more SIM cards into my printer for some reason. And then it will say the number 40. Okay, this is becoming more complicated than maybe it needs to be. I've got to take a pair of binoculars, and then I've got to open the printer up, and then I have to take. Then I have to take what looks like a Nintendo Wii U controller and put it into the printer. And then close up the printer. And then I open the printer tray. And then I take a Wacom tablet, or Wacom, however you pronounce it. Oh no. Yeah, no, what I've got to do is I've got to use a cartridge a CD-ROM cartridge, you know, like the old drives where you actually had to put the CD-ROM in a cartridge. So I've got to take one of those, and then I've got to put something, and then I've got to mess about with the printer paper tray some more. But wait, when I'm using the CD-ROM cartridge, I then have to hold my Nintendo Wii U controller and post a meme of it in Computer Geeks, quite obviously. And then it tells me not to use the Wii U controller. Oh, wait, there's actually instructions here. So it says, remove this sheet before putting paper in the paper cassette. There's a paper cassette. Why? This just seems to be overly complicated. Anyway, let's kind of continue unboxing this. Plug and print. Wait, that is a SIM card. And there's... What? What is this? That looks exactly like a mobile phone SIM card. I don't even... So let's have a look. There's a paper cassette and it's actually got some paper in it. Way to go. So back in the old days we used to have print trays. Used to stick paper in the print trays. Do you remember that? Then we've got a plug here. And then we've got a transformer box. And as usual, I don't think there's a USB cable, but I think I might have one. The help line in 2 words. And here we have it. So USB-B, USB-A, and then a power socket. Oh wow, looks like an infrared port. I'll have to see if I can print from my PDA. So 60-second dye sub, crystal image. That crystal looks kind of scary. 9-in-1 photo card reader. PIX bridge. Infrared and Bluetooth option. This might not be such a bad product after all. It does look pretty neat. But then again, having said that, yes, I am aware that I've just said that. Oh look, there's a card reader. What's all the bloomin' ready print thing with the SIM card nonsense all about? And then that's where the cartridge goes. I think there's one in there. Oh, okay. Oh, and that's the print ribbon. Okay. There's yellow. I just... Yeah. A print ribbon. So welcome everybody to 1984. Sagem. They've never really been known as a high-end manufacturer of anything. Sagem have made cell phones, one of which I owned, and it was terrible. They have made routers, modems. My Sagem modem was alright, my Sagem router, I guess it's okay actually, it's not as bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was. I mean, it's certainly lasted me and does reasonably good broadband, but yeah, it's no Netgear or Belkin or Cisco or Linksys or D-Link or whatever, and it's certainly not DDWRT, but very few off-the-shelf routers are. There's a compartment under this printer. Oh, okay. I'll have to do this with 2 hands, I think, and I'll properly read the instructions while I'm off camera. Some sort of hole to actually look at the ribbon and go, isn't that nice? Honestly, that's what they put it there for. I really do hope that this manual is provided as a PDF on the CD-ROM, because I just can't read it. Anyway, what I think we'll do is we'll just... I'll just plonk the printer. I am probably going to put it back in a box, you know, for now, once I've finished with it, because I've no room to set it up permanently, really. So there's photo paper in the cassette, but there seems to be some more with the printer, so I can't fault the printer on that. And there we have it. So what I'll do is I'll plug it in, and like I said, I'm pretty sure I've got or at least had a USB cable. So I've had to put the printer down here because I can't really, the USB cable I've got just won't reach anywhere. So what I'll do is I'll switch on the Dell. And I'll wait until I'll wait until I put the CD in to install the software. So I can definitely tell that at least the software CD has been used. So what I'll do is I'll just pop it in the drive. Yeah, I think that just sounds terrible. I need to get some... Might even get a copyright date as well, you know, and then I'll be able to properly date the printer. You know, carbon date it, not... No, that would just be weird, but you know what I mean. Looks like there's a few different bits of software, but it looks like I seem to be having trouble reading from the desk. Oh, no I don't. I know exactly what's happening. Oh, there we go. We're actually getting somewhere. Avast, I think, deep scanned it. There we go. Antivirus definitions have been updated. So I can either install product, uninstall product, view user guides. Actually, I would like to very much do that. Printer driver user manual. I'm hoping that I do believe I nine-nighted Adobe Reader on this computer, or Foxit Reader. It could have been any one of the two. CD-ROM, printer, USB-C, USB interconnect cable. Well, I didn't get one of those, but I have one. Configuration required. Required PC configuration is as follows: Windows 98 2nd Edition, Millennium 2000 Service Pack 3, XP. I like that. I really do. The fact that the printer supports Windows 98. 64, 128 megs of RAM, random access memory. Oh, right, yeah, that must be for Windows 98 and Millennium. You require 64 megs of RAM, but for Millennium, for 2000 and XP, it requires 128. That would make sense because NT-based systems do require more memory. Free USB port, 250 megs of free hard disk space for full install CD-ROM drive, obviously. Software installation, that's very nice. Process for the graphics application. And then I must restart the computer. Then I plug it in, and then I get some Windows 98 dialogues. Oh, right, is this for A6 photo printer? And then uninstalling the software. Yes, that's all very well and good, but incident management. I like that. It sounds like a health and safety routine in a. It sounds like a health and safety routine in a public building. That's funny. Incident management. Okay, well let's just go ahead and install all this. Let's have a look at what I can install. So companion photo printer driver, and then photo impression. Do you know what? I'm glad I did a customized install because yeah, I don't need Adobe Reader. I'm using Foxit Reader on this system, which has a smaller footprint. I wonder if that CD might need cleaned. It's taking an awful long time to read from it. I used to love this about getting new hardware. You know, the installation is welcome. You got some fuzzy new hardware. And hey, now you can get to install it and stuff, and look, we'll even throw you in some software to make you feel special. Yay, it's a special occasion. You've got new hardware. So now I'm installing the printer. And it's installing some fonts. Arial uni.ttf. I'm glad it's installing that. Because if I ever go back to university, there'll be a specific version of Arial on this here computer that I can use. Does mean I'll have to write my reports on the Dell Dimension 4600. Billy would be happy. Okay, before you can use it, you must restart your computer. If your device is already connected to the computer, it will automatically be detected next time you start your computer. If it's not yet connected, wait for the computer to reboot before connecting it. So now, obviously what's going to happen is the computer's going to reboot. I might as well power it on now, you know, just because. And we'll install photo impression for kicks and grins. Okay, so I'll need to... Oh, okay. Oh, something's happening. I just don't know what yet. What is happening at this point? It's coming up with 3 minuses. Oh, now I've switched it off again. Oh, here we go. I wonder if it's having a go because I've not inserted its SIM card or whatever it is it needs. I just don't even... I mean, I know one of them's been inserted, but I just can't see where you install the other one. Or whatever it is. I'm beginning to think it's not a SIM card, but still, it's... Oh, come on! Now look what the computer's doing. That's not right! 50 demerits for installing Windows updates in a video. No, man. No. I'll be back as soon as these have installed. Perfect idea. It's time for a cup of tea. Good, there's water in the kettle. Nice hot cup of Scottish blend. Fantastic. Now, let's get back to this CD-ROM. Do you know, I was just reading a very interesting story about someone who is English, who grew up, who spent a lot of years living in the US but has now returned to live in Gloucester, his family home, and who is actually doting on Scottish independence. Now, there's lots of things that I do expect, but the fact that someone south of the border is doting on independence, who is actually for an independent Scotland, well, that wasn't necessarily one of them. Although, having said that, one of my friends does actually think it could be a good idea. It certainly shows the way that English politics is going, that, well, all I can say is to the Conservative government is thanks for helping the Yes campaign along, guys. Yeah. It's quite funny because he is saying that, you know, if Scotland becomes independent, he would like to move there. Whereas I'm saying if Scotland doesn't become independent and the Tories win another election in 2015, I would like to move to the States. Arcsoft Photo Impression 5. So now both this system and this system will have photo impression installed. Not that I'll use it, I just want to have a look at it for kicks and grins, and I guess a wee bit for nostalgia because I had it with my digital camera. I used it for a bit and then it was like, Mum, can I borrow the Paint Shop Pro disc? It was a shareware copy, so that was perfectly fine for me to borrow the Paint Shop Pro disc. Paint Shop Pro is one of my favourite old-time photo editors, because we can't all afford Photoshop. I miss the days when Paint Shop Pro was JASK software and wasn't complete bloatware. I miss those days a lot. Come back, JASK! We miss you! Come back! JASK! We miss you! Well, I do. I miss Paint Shop Pro. Alright! Okay, I'll thank you not to clutter my desktop with blimmin' promotional things. And the link to the program that I've just installed. Alright, now we're ready to actually plug the printer in. So just make sure the cabling is the right way up, and I will plug it in down here. Jings. Don't know which is the right way up. Oh, I think that's it. Ooh! And yes, I am for an independent Scotland. Just in case you didn't know. Which, if you're any one of my friends, you're probably laughing at the computer going, like we didn't know. Companion photo ready. So let's have a look. There we have the A6 photo printer. And about 50 million PDF printers. So it'll do. This printer will actually do borderless. See, I tell you, Brandon Bishop, this is what you wanted. One of these. With a ribbon. Just like your dot matrix printers. Blooming ribbon. But, what is the photograph quality even like? I think it's time to jump on the network and download a picture that I might want to print out. I don't know at this point if this even works. So I found a suitable photograph. This is a picture of Mum's dog, Chuck. Say hi, Chuck. Hi, Chuck. Mad Irish dog. My dad, of course, took the time to say, oh, he's like, yo, Mad Irish dog. Right. So I'm going to send it to this printer. And I want to crop the photo to fit. And now I'm going to send it to print. Quite nervous. What's it going to come out like? Paper feed in, task 0%. Total 0%. Cancel, close. Did I make sure to put the cassette in properly? Really nervous. What's it doing? C8, C14. And then it's something. C14. Printer, pray tell me, what the hell are you on about? The ribbon is not installed correctly. Please check the ribbon. Oh, okay. Right, so I have to reinstall the ribbon. Oh, wasn't even pushed in. Let's try resuming now. Oh, something's happening. Oh, it's taking a sheet of paper. What are you doing? Oh, is it thermal heat, is it? I don't know. I'm not hearing anything. And now it says PC. And now hee-haw's coming out the back. Well, that's kind of sad. Oh. Oh. Well, it's done yellow. Now it's done magenta. And now it's done blue. And this is probably the black one. And there you have it. Now, I was expecting lots of things. But this to actually print something out successfully, I hate to say it, was not one of them. I'm really quite impressed though. I really am. Wow. My goodness, I was... Oh, and it's printed it onto the back of a postcard. Do you know what? I should write on this. I should send it out. I'll get myself some stamps. I'll send it to my parents. Why is it printed on the back of a flaming postcard? And look, there's more photo paper in here. Now whether they still make ribbons for this, I'm not too sure, but I think it's actually thermal heat transfer, and it's not bad quality at all. Although I think I have a better picture. So what I will do is I'll find a better photo, and then we'll take it for another spin. But out of all the things I was expecting to happen today, that printing out successfully was not one of them. So, now here's photo number 2. Quite colourful, got quite a lot of detail, and it was taken at Penumbra while they were still at King's Gate. And some of my friends will recognise this photograph. So I'll just select that one. Again, I want the A6 photo printer. Printing preferences. Oh wow, I can have wee prints. Portraits, yep, I just want the one. Borderless. Full page fax print. Full page photo print. Oh, I'm so fascinated watching this work. Just going to let it warm up. I do believe it is some sort of thermal printer. So first it comes out yellow. Then it comes out with the magenta. And then it will come out with the cyan. It will actually start to look more like the photograph. And I think it's black. And then it'll eject it. It does seem to be... Oh, I think I know why that white line is there. It's because the way the thing is dark. Yeah, you can rip those off actually. You can make a full page print. But it's actually come out as a fax print this time because I told it to. So, suffice it to say, I am extremely impressed with this printer. I never thought I would be. I've got to be honest. I'm just flabbergasted at how good this is, and the colour reproduction, and the pen sharp image quality. It really is. It's something to behold. I love it. So this is definitely a keeper. There's a picture of Chuck there that I get to send to... I might actually send that to my parents. Sagem photo paper. I definitely think I'm going to send this one to my parents. Their dog. So yes, there you have it. A couple of nice photographs there. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please feel free to subscribe. If you enjoy what I do on my channel, please feel free to like the channel on Facebook. But with that said, thank you for watching, and please join me for my next video.